Hello, 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 everybody. I really hope you are good and you are looking forward to this session today. We are doing a little bit of breathwork and tapping. So not really much movement. You could possibly do this even seated in your chair. You could do this in the middle of the day at work if you want to. Just home in and focus on your breath. There'll be a little bit of stretching if you want to add that in, but you don't have to. It's entirely up to you. I'm actually going to sit down on the floor. So if you would prefer to sit on a block or a cushion, absolutely, please do. But otherwise, you could do it on a chair. You could do this sitting on the end of your bed if you wanted to. I'm using the beautiful acoustic winter solace mix from Pure Energy Go. I've used it before. I love it. And hopefully that sounds good. So today's session is going to be about 20 minutes worth of breath work. I want you to come to a comfortable place for you. And you could even do this laying down if you wish. But we're going to involve tapping as well. And just to give you a little bit of information about tapping. Tapping is a little bit like body brushing. It's a little bit like massage, self-massage. It will help to boost your lymphatic system. And our lymphatic system isn't like the other systems in the body. It's not like your respiratory system or your cardiovascular system. It needs a little bit of encouragement by you to make it work effectively. So with the other systems in the body, they work without us having to think about it, without us having to encourage it. Obviously, we can improve them. We can improve our respiratory system, our cardiovascular system by doing cardio. But with regards to the lymphatic system, it can get sluggish. And this is where we can feel a lack of energy. We can feel drained. We can feel like our immune system is being affected. Sometimes we get poorly. So this time of year, it's absolutely perfect to do a little bit of tapping, a little bit of body brushing to actually boost that lymphatic system, to get stagnant energy and blood flow around our body and just to boost it. So this is where like massage is so amazing to help to kind of move toxins around the body and actually get rid of them and improve the blood flow through the body. So we're going to be moving as we're going through the body, and we're going to be getting certain areas just to kind of respond. So if you think where you tap, you're going to improve the capillarization to that area of your skin. So it's all about working with your blood flow and working with that lymphatic system to help to boost your energy, to help to boost your immunity. So we're going to start, and I just want you to bring attention inwards. So I want you to find a comfortable place, whether that's seated or laying. And maybe soften your eye gaze or close your eyes. And bring awareness to your breath. And let's start with our breath work today, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth with a sigh. And we're going to focus on letting that breath come lower, deeper within the body. And breathing out with that sigh, let it go. And I want you to think about breathing out the old. Breathing out the old energy, breathing out the old tension, the tiredness that you might be holding on to. And instead focusing on breathing in the new. Letting that breath travel deeper, lower in the body. So you'll feel the rise and fall of your chest, but also the rise and fall of your belly. Letting that go. And when you feel ready, if you want to, we can change the breath to a more nasal breath, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. So our nasal breath helps to lower our stress, helps to lower our cortisol naturally. It taps into our parasympathetic system that works with the nervous system to help to reduce anxiety, to decrease that sense of heightened stress, which naturally is higher in the morning. So breath work in the morning is a perfect time, but especially as well at night. I want you to start to be aware of how many counts you're breathing in for and how many counts you're breathing out for. You're noticing as you're breathing how that breath feels within the body. We're going to bring two fingers, our index finger and our middle finger, just to the third eye. And we're going to tap here. And in that third eye, I want you to say to yourself, or even out loud, remember this. Remember this. Remember this. And then using both hands, just pitter-patter around your forehead, around your temples and around your eye sockets. Starting to bring that blood flow to the face, coming down the jawline and tapping around the jawline, maybe starting from your chin and working your way up towards your ears and tapping all over the face. And then bring your hands and tap, maybe use all the fingers, I'm using 3, to your breastbone. And this tapping actually helps to boost your immunity. So certain areas of the body that will respond differently to tapping. I want you just to tap here. And then relax the hands. Come back to your breath. So maybe if you aren't laying down fully, just bring yourself down to the floor. And if you need to cushion your head, please do. But bring awareness now to your breath within your rib cage. Your hands back. You don't need to flare the chest. You don't need to think about that chest rising high and your breath moving sideways. Bringing this into what we call a diaphragmatic breath. We're allowing the diaphragm, which is as you're breathing in, feel your ribcage expand to the floor and wide. As you breathe out, you feel that ribcage move back inwards. When we're utilizing the diaphragm, as we're breathing, diaphragm connected through fascia, through the lower abdominal, our TVA, transverse abdominis, but also through pelvic floor. So when we exhale, we get a natural engagement. You might feel that if you place your hand on your belly. engagement here. So if you are doing this class at your desk, obviously you won't want to lay down on the floor. You can do this just while you're seated, placing the hand to the rib cage, placing the hand to the belly, and feel that movement through the rib cage, movement in the belly. The abdominals on the floor. Allow those muscles to release. I want you to think about how you feel today. Whether or not or past boost that longer in breath. Sensation you need to calm a little bit more. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose. Breathe shorter. Let the exhalation be longer and slower. Now you may wish to take a full body stretch. Whether you're seated or you're laying, allow your body to stretch. Take your arms overhead. Release the tension physically. And then I'm going to bring you back to sitting. Placing one hand maybe to the side of your chair or the floor. And coming over here into a side stretch. Allowing that breath to come lateral through the rib cage. Feel it open. Feel it release here. I want you to take your head over to the right shoulder and feel the release, the stretch in the side of the neck. Now, depending on how that feels, we can tap here to help to release the tension we might be holding on to help that boost that blood flow to that area, to get rid of maybe that built up lactic acid or any nasties that we might be holding on to within the body. So feel free to tap with both hands or just one. Come up the neck, all the way towards the ear and down towards the shoulder, around the collarbone. You've got a lot of lymph nodes in the collarbone. So when we're trying to boost our lymphatic system, we're moving this kind of built up stagnant nasties towards our lymph nodes to help to get rid. So if you tap around that collarbone, that's going to help to boost that lymphatic flow. It's going to get those lymph nodes to work a little bit better. So when you're ready, come down with your chin on your chest. Move your tapping to the back of your neck, into your upper traps, and then over to the other side. And again, focusing around the collarbone. You can use one hand or you can use both. Up into the neck, around into the shoulder. We often find that when we use tapping with stretch work, we can actually stretch a little bit further once we've tapped. So then from here, just have a little bit of a release in the neck. The lymphatic system kind of works really well with any kind of, like I said, massage body brush, tapping, but also stretch work, movement in general. The more you move, the more that lymphatic system is going to work. So rolling your shoulders out, loosening it off here. I'm going to bring you round onto all fours if we can, if we're down on the floor. And I want you to work through a cat stretch. So you're flexing your spine and then extending it. If you're seated, you can work through here, just rounding the back and then straightening. And I want you to be aware of how that feels in the spine. And if you are then kneeling on your hands and knees, bring yourself back to seated so that we can tap into the back. And I want you to use the hands, use the fingers to tap all around the low back, around your hips, around the spine. I've got to move my mic belt out of the way just because it's getting in the way there. You can go into the side of the obliques. Think about where you need it. Where do you feel tense? When you were just doing that flexion and extension, where did that feel like it needed you to release a little bit more? Come around the rib cage. Now, when we're tapping here, maybe use your side of your little finger and tap downwards. Start with your top rib and tap down. This can help with our hormonal system, just to help to balance. We can make that tap as strong or as soft as you need to. And again, coming around maybe the upper back, maybe that's where you need this, around your shoulders, using one hand down into your chest and over on the other side. Now slowly, wherever you are, if we can, we're going to come up to standing. I want us to do a couple of roll downs. Take some time rolling through. But when you come up, we're going to use our hands like little body brushes. And we're going to brush up the legs. Using those hands on the front of the legs and then using them on the back. Maybe using both hands on one leg on the inside and outside. Starting from the bottom and working up. So we never brush down, we always brush towards the heart. You can go on the front and the back, brushing upwards. Coming up to the pelvis again, brushing upwards towards the heart. From your glutes, brushing upwards into your low back, sides of the waist, up towards the heart, and then down the neck towards the heart. From one hand, brushing upwards towards those lymph nodes into the armpit. And then tap the hand. And go on the other side, tap that palm. And do your body brushing again. The front and the back of the arm towards the lymph nodes, into the armpit. Around into the neck, again downwards towards the heart. And take another roll down. Inhale, exhale. As we come back down here, again going back to our body brushing. But now I want you to, if we can, stand on one foot and just tap the bottom of the foot. Boost that fascia at the bottom of the foot. Both hands coming to the right leg, and we're going to brush again up that leg. All the way up to the pelvis. Come to the other foot, tap. You can spend as long there as you need to. And then coming into that leg, brushing up the leg. Again, up to the pelvis, into the abdominals, sides of the waist, at the back. And maybe think about brushing and throwing that away from your low back, almost like you're trying to throw away your pain, your discomfort, your tension in that low back. Come downwards towards the heart from the neck. Back to the hands. Around the palm, around the wrist if you suffer with the wrist, or anywhere where you suffer. And then coming in to that body brushing again through the arm, back up towards the armpit. Tap around the collarbone. And then coming to the other side. And down towards the armpit and around that collarbone. So lots of people use tapping in everyday life. They use it when they need to focus, concentrate. They use it when they need to remember stuff, like we did the tapping for the third eye to remember this. To boost their immunity, to boost their lymphatic system. When they need to calm down, relax, de-stress. So come back to the breastbone. And then back up into the face. Again, round the eye sockets. Pitter-patter around your forehead, around your temples. You don't need to do this too harsh. Around your jawline. We hold so much tension in the jaw, especially us women. It has direct connection with our vagus nerve down to our pelvis and our hips, pelvic floor. So give that the opportunity just to release. And then standing free, and you may feel a bit zingy here. Your body might feel like it's sparking, like it's got like a little bit of a zing of energy coming into it. Keep that sensation, that's good. And I want you to come back to your breath. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose or the mouth, whichever works for you. And remembering that breath work that I said earlier, if whatever you need, if throughout the day you feel like you need a little bit more of a boost of energy, make your breath in, your inhalation slower, longer. Make your exhalation shorter, sharper, maybe through your mouth. So breathing in, breathe out, breathing in, and breathing out. And if you feel you need to relax, calm, de-stress, let your in-breath be smaller, shorter, and your out-breath be longer, slower, and possibly through the nose, that nasal breath that's going to help tap into your parasympathetic system, that's going to help to lower cortisol, to reduce stress. We take a breath, let the hands come up. As you breathe out down to your prayer pose, I want you to be aware of how you feel now. Hopefully you feel a little bit less stressed, a little bit maybe more energized. Maybe your body feels a little bit more awake. Take another breath. As you breathe out, recognize that sensation of however you feel in a positive way, and I want you to lock it into your heart center. Call on it whenever you need. And one more breath. And all I ask of you is understand the power of your breath. Anytime you need it, it's there. All you need to do is breathe, but breathe effectively. Take a moment just to take 10 breaths, focusing on them being slow, controlled. Maybe count in with your in-breath and count out with your out-breath, and become incredibly mindful of that breath. We take the right arm up and the left, right hand forward and the left, right palm in and the left. Give yourselves and each other a superb round of applause. Have an absolutely beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I really hope you enjoyed that. If you want to know more, please don't hesitate to message and let me know. But hopefully that set you up for a great day, any time of day that you do this. So any questions, give me a shout. But otherwise, hopefully you feel like you can conquer the day with whatever is going to come across you today. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you hopefully soon on a live or a catch-up.